Have you ever...
I'm supposed to talk.
No, I am. Okay. People are always asking us if we have twin telepathy. Telepathy? I don't know how to say it. But do we? People always want to know if we can actually read each other's mind. Thought that we would do a little test to see if we still have twin telepathy. So we're gonna see if we can still read each other's mind. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get Amanda to start, and she's gonna go up to the camera and she's gonna mouth what she's thinking about, and then I'm gonna just try to feel my twin senses and see if I can get her right. See if we still got this even after being married for 10 years. Okay.
Yes, okay.
I can't see, by the way. Okay. Banana? No? Really?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I got it! Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Anniversary?
How did you get that?
Because it's my anniversary today.
Yes, it's Amanda's 10-year anniversary today.
That's what I'm thinking about.
So, happy anniversary.
Thank you. 10 years ago, Amber gave me a rock.
No, I gave James a rock.
I gave James a rock, and she gave me away at my wedding. Amber had to give me away.
Yeah.
My dad gave me away, but Amber made sure that she had to give me away.
Well, I thought it was only fair because I'm like, she's,
true.
I don't know, she was my significant other. That sounds weird.
She gave
but
my husband a rock.
I felt like I should give her away because she's my twin, so
Why did I even give him a rock?
I had to give him something that was representative of something. I don't know why it was a rock.
I rock.
Oh yeah, she rocks.
Oh, I'm just joking. So, when we were really little, I was 3 months old, I had a hernia. So, I got surgery, and my mom said for the duration of my surgery, Amber was at home screaming in pain, like the exact duration. So, that makes me think we do have some sort of special senses.
Maybe. Another time that I can think of was when the 2004 tsunami happened. Amanda was actually in Thailand at that time.
I was 5 minutes from the beach.
Yeah, so when we first heard that a tsunami had hit Thailand and it had like killed a lot of people and all that, we didn't know which part of Thailand it had hit. And my mom was like freaking out, and I just went to her. I'm like, I just knew Amanda was okay, and I just said, Mom, Amanda's fine. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, I know she's fine. I just knew that in my heart. It's like that sense, that twin sense. So
That was fine. I didn't actually even know what happened. Well, actually, yeah, we knew after the fact, after people were phoning and asking if we were okay.
They were in a different part of Thailand.
We were in central Thailand.
Yeah.
It happened in the south.
In the south, yeah.
Another time, we hadn't seen each other for a year, and that was the longest we had ever been apart from each other. So we met each other in the Thailand airport, and as soon as we saw each other, we were dressed like head to toe, like everything, and we only had one shirt in our whole wardrobe that was the same, and our hair was split on the same side, like everything, like, I mean, everything was the same.
Don't go into too much detail.
And then we saw each other, we said the same thing, pause, said the same thing.
That was different.
That was a totally different thing, pause, and said the same thing, and I realized
We were still
I was not an individual. I thought I was. I thought I had become my own person.
The thing is, that had been the longest we had ever been apart from each other. So up to that point, we had, I think the longest was like 6 months. But this was a year. This was a year of not seeing each other. And I was living in the Philippines. She was living in Canada. And we met in Thailand. And then we were like, oh my goodness, we're still twins. We didn't lose the twinness. The
We
twinship.
didn't.
Well,
It was,
of course,
it was kind of weird and kind of scary.
One reason why we wanted to do the video today on twin telepathy is because I think it's really important to think about how we impact each other. And I'm sure some of you have heard about something called mirror neurons. And that's like in our brains, like how we mirror each other. So for example, if Amanda comes into the room and she's in a really bad mood, and I'm like in a happy mood, and all of a sudden she's just like complaining. Oh! And all of a sudden,
sorry, that sounded really bad. Sounded like I was constipation.
And all of a sudden, I'm starting to feel.
That would make you in a bad mood.
Well, yeah, especially that sound. All of a sudden, like it's like it costs me something, but maybe because I'm in a joyful mood, I can actually help lift her mood up a bit. So maybe she's not so down, but it costs me something. So in life, when we impact each other, so when we are around things or people that maybe can cause us to go, like, I don't know, take away from our emotional piggy bank and make us like feel like, ugh. It's really important that we have things that will like lift us up, right?
Right.
I have to have her agree with me so I can feel confident.
I'm trying to read your brain right now. Not your brain, your mind.
Okay. So,
you're doing great.
It's really important that we have things that will help lift us up, because if all day we have things that are like, let's say we wake up in the morning and we're like, oh, this is gonna be a great day, and then all of a sudden all these things fall apart. We lose our keys, we can't find them, we get taken down a couple notches. Like if we're on a ladder, we go down a rung on the ladder, and then like let's say we're driving and someone cuts us off, and that takes us down a rung on the ladder. And then if our days like that, we keep going down until the point that maybe we're gonna start being the person who might cause other people to feel a little like, ah. So I think in life we always have to find things that are gonna fill us up. And this is actually one thing I've been talking with the youth at my work about more lately, is what are things that can help us like calm down when we're like triggered, and what are things that can help lift us up. So what are some things that help you get lifted up when you're having a bad day?
I look at my toddler, and she's usually standing on something that she shouldn't be, saying, "Mommy!" with this look of joy. I don't know.
She actually is our self-care. She's so cute. But
no, I think I often talk to the Creator. I ask him what he thinks of me, because sometimes I'm like, okay, the kids are really grumpy and I don't feel like I'm rocking it right now. Creator, what do you think of me? And then when I hear that what he thinks of me, which he's like, you're a good mom, I'm like, okay. I start believing that actually really helps lift me up.
Mm-hmm. I think that positive affirmation is really important. Like, we actually are really blessed with a good family, so we do get a lot of that. But even if you have no one who will ever give you that positive affirmation, that's why we run to the Creator, because he loves us so much. And I think if you really ask him, he just has so much good to talk about. Like, he's not condemning. I think so often people have this view of him as like this judge and he's just gonna condemn. But for us, it's like, this is like, what? You think I'm beautiful? What? You think I have a kind heart? What? You think this about me? So that actually lifts me up. And I think sometimes at work, there's just so many things. I might be calling the cops or different things like that, or like constantly managing emotions. And Amanda at home with kids, like constantly having to deal with like children's emotions, and she
my own. No.
She homeschools, so
and
that
I don't sleep enough.
She doesn't sleep enough. She homeschools and lives in really tight quarters. So we both have to manage our emotions in different ways. I think we both are often asking the giver of life to help us and give us strength and just help us see ourselves the way he sees us. And then that helps bring us up the ladder, and that helps us stay in a place where we can help bring peace to others instead of being the one to take their peace away. We just wanted to share that with you today. And if you want to continue to journey with us, and eventually Amanda's going to start her own channel. I think she's finally getting on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Maybe. What are you going to do your channel on?
Well, we're building our bus. We have a school bus we're going to make into a tiny home.
And then they're going to move into it.
Eventually.
With 3 kids. So
go on some adventures.
yeah, so that's going to be actually pretty exciting to watch.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep encouraging her to do it.
I just need some time.
So anyways, if you want to journey with me
No.
and with us, you can subscribe to my channel, and then also keep your eyes open for Amanda's channel. And one last thing, I told you that in my last video that I would show you the painting that I made for this youth, and here it is. So here's the painting that I made for this youth, and I was just actually asking the creator how he sees her, and I just heard the words that well, first of all, I just saw the picture of mountains, so then I painted them, and then I just heard that the words that she's made to be unshakable. So I'm going to like write that on the back for her. And yeah, I just love doing these paintings where I can just speak into who they are, because even if they're not living in it yet, I think that if we can breathe life into that, that's how they become it. At least hopefully that's how it works. One last thing. We actually can't read each other's mind.
Well, we used to be able to, but not as good. And we used to do this to our friends, but we never actually made a plan. We just look at each other and
it's more body language.
Body language.
When you're with each other all the time.
But we did have a twin language when we were little that we communicated to each other, and we didn't care about speaking to the rest of the world because we had our own twin language, and we even had an accent from it.
Yes.
We had to go to speech therapy because of it.
Yep.
So,
anyways, so there's twin telepathy, but at the same time, no, yes, yes and no, yes and no.
Yes and no.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining.
Actually, we used to be able to, but since being married, James has thrown us for a loop.
Yes, what's with him?
He's awesome.
He is awesome.